Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again, and it's time to go hoard up. Are you guys ready? I know I sure am. Today is gonna be a short one. I'm only gonna be able to hit a couple little stores around town today because I have a special Scream movie trilogy event going on in Westwood today. But some of the new release movies that hit Blu-ray and DVD today, one of which being the movie Vice. And another one that's coming out today is called The Mule from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, the new Clint Eastwood flick, which I thought was really damn cool. But another one, the big one from today, is Bumblebee coming out from Paramount Home Entertainment. There's going to be a couple of retail exclusives out there. Not sure if I'm going to be able to see all of them at all the stores today, but that's one of the main ones that come out. But yesterday, if you guys didn't see my video from yesterday, I got an exclusive April Fool's kind of prank from Paramount. They sent me the VHS version of Bumblebee right here, which I thought was super cool. Alright guys, and just to prove that this Bumblebee VHS works, let me pop it into the VCR right here. Boop! And hit play. Bam! And I know it sounds weird, like this always kind of happens. You see? Bumblebee, man. Look, I just put the Bumblebee VHS in, and what's happening? The movie is playing, son! VHS, baby, of Bumblebee. What you guys know about that? What? But it's all like, you know, VHS style, so it's all cutting up a little bit and stuff, but yeah. But yeah, guys, it was just a little April Fool's gag gift, you know, from Paramount and stuff. It's not being produced out, you know, you can't really get it out in stores or anything, but it actually plays. So how cool is that thing to have that as a little, you know, exclusive piece in my collection. But guys, let's head on out. Right now, I gotta kind of rush this one today, like I said, because I have a thing to do later on tonight. So let's go. All right, everyone, off to my first destination of the day, the local Big Lots. Let's head up in there because I was told by a couple of people in my inbox on my social media and stuff that certain Big Lots are getting 4Ks in. I don't know how true that is, but I'm gonna go in here and see if they have any. Alright, let's see how true the people are online that tell me about the 4Ks. You know, maybe it's just some of them, but like, I'm just trying to see if there is any in here, or if not, you know, something else. That's kind of cool. $3 for Silent House. I might put that off to the side, but let me see if I can find any, or see if there is any in you know, my location here. But from the looks of it, I don't see any, like, you know, of the, you know, the black, you know, cases or anything in any of these rows. Maybe I'm just seeing a lot of blue. Well, guys, I looked around there for a little bit, looking for, you know, a couple of them, but they doesn't look like they have any whatsoever. Maybe the people online were messing with me, you know, about it, or maybe just my Big Lots just doesn't have them in yet. Off to the next destination of the day, the local Wimby's, which is like a little, you know, thrift shop. Well, guys, in Wimby's right now, take a look at some of their, you know, DVDs and Blu-rays that they have. I haven't been in here, I don't know, like a month or two, maybe a little bit less than that. And sometimes they, you know, they get cool stuff in here that they replenish, and you know, you may find some, like, you know, really cool, you know, finds up in here, like different TV shows that my mom may, you know, get into. I don't think they'd have season 1 of this one in here. But I don't know if this is a place where they go to like auctions and stuff and, like, you know, get different you know, box lots of stuff. But you know, they do have a decent amount of, like, you know, DVDs and stuff in here, and some, you know, miscellaneous, you know, random Blu-rays they get in here sometimes, like 300, but you never know what you can come across in here. You could come across something like maybe out of print for like a decent price, and some stuff, you know, it's just kind of, I believe all the Blu-rays are $3.99 a piece in here. But they do have some sort of cool stuff in here, like this one right here. I remember when I was working at Blockbuster, this was a Blockbuster exclusive, obviously, and it's a movie called Teeth, it's a horror movie about a girl that has teeth in her vagina, and then shit goes crazy. It's one of those wacky out there movies. I'm not sure if it's out on Blu-ray or not, but I think I still have this one in my collection, but I don't know if I have it. If there is a Blu-ray of it, let me know down below if there is. But of course, you know, they just have the, you know, other stuff. They still have all the Glee ones. You know, they're trying to sell over here. They also have a copy of you know, Adventures in Babysitting, which I have on Blu-ray, which I don't think I've opened yet either, the Blu-ray edition of it. But I grew up loving this movie and have this little cool little, like, you know, promotional video store piece in my room right now, thanks to, you know, my homeboy Danny. Well, I've been looking around in here for a little while, and I came across 2 seasons of a TV show. I'm not sure if my mom has or not, because I always forget what seasons that she needs for her collection of her TV show stuff. But I came across The Closer, season 6, and the 7th and final season. I'm gonna need to, like, give her a call, or we'll go home and ask her if she, or, you know, check her collection and see if she needs these ones before I get them. Hopefully this place can, you know, save them for her brother, and I'll come back and pick them up if he does need these. See, the disc looks like they're in okay condition. Well, guys, out of Wimby's right now. Didn't really find anything up in there. I did see the seasons of The Closer, which I have to, you know, talk to my Maja about, see if she already has them or wants them, or, you know, what have you. But let's head on over to our last destination of the day and see what new releases came out. Well, guys, at my last stop of the day, The Beast, baby. And yeah, sorry, this is gonna be the last stop of the day. Well, guys, inside Best Buy right now, looking at the new release rack that they have here, and from the looks of it, not a whole lot of stuff, you know, was you know, released today, at least in stores. But they do have the Mule here on Blu-ray and other formats up front and everything. I actually really enjoyed, you know, this flick right here about like an 80-year-old man being like a drug mule, you know, for like these, you know, the drug lords. And I don't know, I liked it, man. He just has like this swagger about himself that keeps me interested in his career and acting and stuff. Clint Eastwood's The Man. And this other movie came out today called Vice, starring Christian Bale and Amy Adams. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big political person, and this movie never really interested me. So like, I didn't even want to see it in theaters. So like, I'm sure it's fine, but just not my kind of movie. I'm sure one day I'll probably get around to watching it, but I don't know, you know, when. This is some movies just really don't interest me, if you know what I mean. But of course, Bumblebee came out on Blu-ray and 4K. The Steelbook is sold out right now, and it's only what, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon as I'm filming this right here. But yeah, man, I love this movie. I thought it was one of the better Transformers movies of the franchise. I love the first two. You know, first 2 Transformers movies, and now this one. There are other ones I can really care less about, to be honest with you, but it's so cool to have the VHS version of that, you know, in my collection. And another thing that came out today was Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. I talked about this one in my last Hoarding Up video, or in a recent, you know, past video, and I thought it was kind of enjoyable for like a straight to DVD family flick, you know, about a young girl solving mysteries and things. This one was actually kind of cool if you have like a family or kids, you know what I mean. Like, it's actually, you know, it's worth a watch. It really is worth a watch. But guys, that's all that pretty much came out this week, you know, big release wise. Some of the other smaller titles are like, you know, online exclusives and things, but that's all I really saw new release wise this week. Didn't pick up anything for this video because I got most of these ones, you know, to review, you know, from the PR companies I work with. But guys, let's head on home now for some DVD and Blu-ray reviews. Alright everyone, now on to the review portion of this video here. I have a small stack of things here to talk to you guys about today, so let's get into it. The first one up right here I got from Shout Factory, and this is part of their Shout Select line. You guys all know I love me some martial art movies, so when I found out this set was coming out, I just had to jump on this thing, man, and get up on it. Because I reviewed the second series of this franchise here, and and this is the first one, and that is the Street Fighter collection here on Blu-ray. You get all 3 Street Fighter films in this one set together. Of course, starring the incomparable Sonny Chiba right here. You get all 3 discs, you know, just loaded with awesomeness, kung fu, badassery, if you know what I mean. The first film is pretty much, you know, Sonny Chiba, who's playing a mercenary who's hired by the Yakuza and the mob to find this, one girl and, bring her to them. And he's kind of going, wait, why are these guys hiring me, and why are these guys hiring me to get this one girl? And it's just pretty much him going, to kick ass and take names, pretty much. And of course the second one is like him trying to go find like a family member or something like that. And the third one is him like fighting some assassins and trying to get away from them and stuff. Really fun, cheesy, over the top flicks that I always kind of remembered really liking. Some of my favorite martial art movies were like some old Jackie Chan stuff like Shaolin Wooden Men and Fearless Hyena and Drunken Master and things. But like these ones have always been a lot of fun, and I'm glad that Shout Factory's put these ones out in the set, all in one pack. And of course they all have a 2K scan from the original film negatives, a new interview in here from Sonny Chiba, and some trailers and everything like that. If you're a fan of these films, definitely get up on this set. They look amazing here on Blu-ray. Next up from Shout Factory 2, or Scream Factory, is a horror film that I never seen before, and when I watched it, it didn't really impress me very much, and that is a movie called Superstition. It's pretty much about this house, this mansion that's been kind of vacant for a very long time. They have these little caretakers that watch over the house, that live sort of just off the property, and now the place is up for rent and people are going in there, and they're just like, oh, don't do it, you don't want to do this. And as they start going, these other people, new tenants, start moving in and dying and getting killed in mysterious fucking ways. And people are just, cops and other people are trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And it's just really kind of boring, really kind of slow paced and everything. It didn't really surprise me or scare me at all. But on this Blu-ray, you get a new 2K scan of the film from the original film negatives, an interview with the director and one of the stars, and a theatrical trailer on this thing. I didn't love it. I just didn't love it whatsoever. But guys, next up right here is a film that Shout Factory sent also, and it stars Tony Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis's father. And this movie kind of sort of freaked me out just a little bit. I'd never seen it before until I got this Blu-ray, and I was just like kind of surprised by it. And it's a movie called The Manitou, and this one right here is pretty much about this young lady at the beginning of the film who goes into the doctor for a checkup to ask him what's going on with this little bump on her neck that she has. She keeps telling him it kind of feels like it moves a little bit, like it's trying to turn over or something, and the doctors are going, we're not really sure what this is, to her face, but behind the scenes, they're like, holy crap, what are we supposed to tell this young woman, that's growing on her neck, that she has a baby fetus, growing from her neck and everything like that. But also in this film, a friend of hers, Tony Curtis, is a tarot card reader. That he's a bullshit artist. He's not really a real tarot card reader. He just kind of like pretends that he does so he can make money from unsuspecting people and everything. And come to find out, it's a little more that's growing from her neck than anyone would really think and stuff. So they have to go out and find like an old medicine man to come to try to help before like the demon is born, if you know what I mean. It does have some what's it called, exorcist vibes going on, but towards the end of this movie it gets really wacky and like really out there. But there were some sequences in this film that really kind of freaked me out just a little bit, maybe because I was watching it like at 3 a.m. in the morning and I was just like, holy crap, why am I watching a movie called The Manitou right now? But this Blu-ray has a new audio commentary track by film historian, some interviews in here by some of the producers, theatrical trailer, some still galleries. If you love weird exorcist ripoff kind of movies, or if it sounds interesting, I highly recommend this one. Really, really, really weird, but kind of fun at the same time. But next up over here, I got from MVD Visual, and it's a Nicolas Cage movie called Vengeance, a Love Story. It's pretty much about this mom and daughter who one day after a party in the middle of the night or whatever, the daughter's like a young kid, and they're walking home from this party, and they're like walking through the woods, talking about how how the little girl misses her father who's no longer with us, and they're walking through the woods and come across these a group of drunk guys, and these drunk guys beat and rape the mom right in front of this little girl. And then the rest of the movie is just pretty much, this whole trial about, proving these guys are innocent and proving that, she's the town whore and things like that. But in this film, Nicolas Cage plays the officer that finds her and things. And it's just them trying to solve what really happened that night. I thought it was just, had some decent moments in here. But all in all, it was just really kind of generic and predictable and things. But it does have some really decent, segments or scenes in here of Nicolas Cage doing some things, and which I thought was kind of decent in here, but it's just a one-time watch kind of film. But next up over here is also from MVD Visual. It's a movie that a handful of my friends said, Brendan, you should check this one out, and that is a movie called The Greasy Strangler. It's pretty much about these two awkward father and son pair who have this this gig where they get unsuspecting tourists and things to take their little tour around town, showing them where old musicians played their music at, where like old disco stars came up with their music and things. And but yet there's also a strangler on the loose, a greasy strangler who's going around killing people and stuff. But it's just a really weird, awkward kind of movie, which I thought I was gonna love because I love weird, awkward stuff. But like a lot of the jokes that they had in here were funny, but then they would go on for like 10 minutes. It was just like, and I had like awkward nudity too, like sometimes just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna show like an old 80-year-old guy's ass, for a laugh, okay, do it for a couple seconds. You know what I mean? But don't just like do it like periodically throughout the movie for like 5-minute segments. 5-minute segments. It just didn't really work. In my opinion here, there was some funny stuff in here, and it kind of sort of felt like I was watching like a weird, even more awkward version of like Napoleon Dynamite and stuff. I've never really saw why people love that movie, Napoleon Dynamite. Like, I don't hate it, but I just don't see how people love it. Do you know what I mean? But it's cool if people do. I'm not going to judge people for that, but this is The Greasy Strangler. But the next two up over here are both from Sony Home Entertainment, and this one right here stars John C. Reilly and Steve Coogan, and I was just really pleasantly surprised by this movie, and it's called Stan and Ollie. Pretty much the story of Laurel and Hardy. You guys know the comic duo from back in the day, and then of course had many copycatters that came after them. You know what I mean? Like what were their names again? Costello, damn it, I can't remember their names right now as I'm doing it. Elvis and Costello? Okay, I can't remember now. I feel like an asshole. Like, I'm not even a true nerd right now. Abbott and Costello. Jesus Christ, I can't even think right now. Abbott and Costello came after these guys, I believe. And this is just pretty much the story about their, it picks up at the beginning of the story at their height. Of their popularity in 1953. Where was it again? 1953, and they're at their height of their at the height of their career, and they both kind of want to negotiate their contracts to maybe make some more money, to maybe be able to invest in different things and do different things with their career, and that all of a sudden kind of breaks them up. Because one of them kind of stands up for himself, the other one kind of just backs down just a little bit, and it splits the pair apart for 16 years, and the movie fast forwards 15, 16 years into the future, and now they're kind of reuniting and trying to go on this tour to kickstart their career and keep it going again, and it just shows how it's like to be some of the most famous people in the world. To playing small venues of like maybe 25, 50 people, like really empty venues, and how how their friendship sort of, you know, broke apart at, you know, and then came back together, and how there's a little bit of tension between the two. I thought this movie was just really well acted by, you know, the cast in here, nicely put together by the filmmakers. I was just really pleasantly surprised by this movie. I wish it was a little bit longer, because I was watching it going, oh, this is amazing. But this one right here has a cast and crew Q&A on here. I think they were like, I forgot, some sort of screening where they were just talking about in the movie, 3 featurettes, 3 deleted and extended scenes in the theatrical trailer. But if you guys love Laurel and Hardy, give this one a chance, man. Holy crap, this is probably the best one of the pile right here. That just really super entertained me. This one, and of course the Street Fighter ones, were like some of my favorite ones in the stack right here. But Stan and Ollie, what an amazing movie. And next one up right here is from Sony also, but you can get this one at you know, moviezing.com. And it's a movie that I've seen a handful of times in the past. It came out back in 1995, and of course around the same time the movie Speed came out. So this is where Sandra Bullock was kind of like, you know, like one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. I think she still sort of is, but you know what I mean. Like, this is like at the time where she was just popping, you know, popping in Hollywood. And that is The Net. Here on Blu-ray. This is part of the Sony Choice line right here. This is, of course, you know, it's about this one girl played by Sandra Bullock, who is like a computer hacker who goes in and like helps out, you know, game developers and internet developers get rid of their little viruses that they have and everything else before they, you know, get released into stores or get released online, what have you. And it's all about her and how she gets this one disc in the mail somehow, and it has all this government information on it, and she's like, wait, what is this? Where did this come from? And of course there's people that want this disc back, you know, like it went to the wrong person, or you know, something, and then all of a sudden she goes on this vacation, but she can't really get back because, you know, her identity got changed. She's no longer, you know, Sandra Bullock anymore. She's somebody else, and she's trying to prove that she is, you know, who she is. And it's just a really fun movie. Predictable as hell nowadays, but like, I think this is a movie that can be remade right now and do pretty well and be this a whole bunch more fun and a lot better, if you know what I mean. Like, I still love this movie, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun. It looks nice here on Blu-ray, but I just think the topic now and the way the internet is now, it can work a lot better, in my opinion. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get the original little making of that came on the old DVD back in the day. That's pretty much it. But it does look nice, upgraded to 1080p here on Blu-ray from moviezing.com. But guys, that's all I have to show and talk to you guys about today. Thank you so much for coming by and supporting my videos. Give this one a thumbs up, and drop a comment down below letting me know what you guys picked up recently in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.